Hey folks, we're live tonight in the Brownsville Shrimp Basin. We've seen a couple of shrimp boats going back and forth. Of course, a lot of them are out, a few coming in, as you heard some of the stories the last few days. We've been talking about the dead zone in the Gulf of Mexico, which is over right where the Mississippi runs into the Gulf near New Orleans. And that dead zone about the size of the state of New Jersey. And we look at the whole Gulf of Mexico, that's really pretty small, and that's why it really doesn't affect the shrimpers here. But take a look at our watershed, the Rio Grande watershed. And you look at this map, you can see how big it is. And it goes all the way up into Colorado, more than 42,000, almost 43,000 square miles, the Rio Grande watershed. Anything that falls in there makes its way toward the Gulf. Of course, a lot of it's used up in El Paso, a lot of it's stored in Falcon and Amistad. Cities use their share of water, so by the time it gets to the Gulf, again, maybe 1,000 cubic feet per second. That's it. Usually less than that going into the Gulf of Mexico. Now, look at the Mississippi watershed. It's a little bigger. It goes from, well, from the Mississippi Delta all the way to the Canadian border, all the way to the Great Lakes. It is huge, 1.245 million square miles. And again, that you're looking at 200,000 to 700,000 cubic feet per second versus our 1,000 or less. Awful lot of water going down that Mississippi. And again, the dead zone where the nutrients just get eaten up and they eat all the oxygen up because of all the fertilizer and stuff that runs off. It eats up all the oxygen and there's nothing can live there. That's there about the size of New Jersey, which you can't quite even see on that map. It's a very small area right along the Gulf Coast, right where the Mississippi enters into the Gulf. This year's the biggest ever since they've been measuring. That goes back to 1985. All right, let's take a look at today. Satellite and radar across the area today shows what's going on, and a pretty quiet day today. We've seen spotty showers, some north of us, a couple over the valley, but nothing big at all. We zoom out, look at the bigger picture, and you're going to see that there's a pretty good explosion of rain out in the Gulf this morning, some stuff off to the west, but over the valley, most of it stayed away with only isolated showers, and with that, I think our rain chances probably are going to decrease even more the next day or so. Temperature-wise, here's where we are, and it's actually pretty comfortable here where we are at the coast. 89 degrees at the Brownsville Airport just up the road, 87 at the Cameron County Airport in Port Isabel, west of Port Isabel near Bayview. But then 91 and warmer as you go westward. Edinburgh still 101 and 99 in Rio Grande City. Here's what Future Track suggests for tonight. Now watch the clouds. They kind of stay away for a while. We really don't expect much to happen. In fact, we don't expect anything to happen overnight. And during the daytime tomorrow, partly to mostly sunny skies. Can't rule out an isolated shower, but most areas, almost everybody stays rain-free tomorrow. You go into Sunday and watch what Future Track does for us for Sunday. Again, there's going to be some sunshine again, but enough clouds, there could be an isolated shower again on Sunday as well. And even into Monday, I think even a stray shower can't be ruled out, but we're still looking at mainly dry weather end of the weekend into the first part of next week. Rain chances the next 3 days look like this. You see we're 10-10 and dry, and you look at our high temperatures and they're staying above average through the next 3 days, likely to stay there for a while. We will jump forward to the forecast from here and show you that tonight we expect temperatures to bottom out right near 80 or so, 79 to 80, mostly cloudy skies, southeasterly winds. Tomorrow, the average valley temperature is right up around 100 degrees. Can't rule out an isolated shower. If you're at the coast, about 10 degrees cooler than that. If you're in Starr County, 3 or 4 degrees warmer than that. The next 7 days look this way, 100 all the way through the weekend. Next week, we bring in that shower chance. We're going to talk more about why that's happening, but it does include some tropical moisture by the middle to latter part of next week. That would cool things off a little bit and give us a decent chances from showers again. That happens probably Thursday into Friday of next week. We'll talk more about that in the next 30 minutes. Live from the Brownsville Shrimp Basin, Tim Smith, Channel 5 News at 6.